content. What's up everyone, it's Felix. So it's been a while. So what's been on my mind recently, I've been thinking a lot about something that I changed my mind on. Character analysis videos of people defending characters that can't stand criticism of your favorite character. So here's the thing. What if someone, meaning a lot of people, understand your favorite character as to why they're criticizing it and why they don't like that character's story arc or the decisions they made? There are countless and countless of like 30 to 1 hour analysis videos defending characters of everything, or even anime arcs or whatever. And as I'm getting older, I'm starting not to give two fucks anymore, right? So I'll explain. In my personal opinion, my opinions have changed. I feel like everyone has the right to judge and hate and criticize a character for as long as they want, because the truth is something that I never thought of. People are criticizing your character as long as they have been because they do understand them. You just don't want to accept criticism, or you don't want to accept that people exist that don't like your fucking favorite character. And I find that very unfair, because the thing is, we're all hypocrites in a way, because we do that to other characters that don't mean as much to us, giving you backlash because you're criticizing a character that means a lot to them. But when it happens to you, that's not a good thing, because it's something that you care about, even though it's the exact same fucking thing. So in my personal opinion, I think it's completely okay to hate Obito and characters like Sasuke. For the longest of time, my favorite character, Pain, has always been called out as being a hypocrite, and in ways, yeah, he is. But at the same time, if you don't like what he does, you're not obligated to like the man, goddamn. So same with Sasuke and Obito. These are two of the most controversial characters, most loved characters, and hated characters. But over the years, as I'm getting older, I just feel like there's a trend to just keep defending anything now. Like, people aren't allowed to hate anymore. People aren't allowed to judge things anymore. People aren't allowed to criticize things anymore. We always have to love everything. We have to accept everything. We have to say everything's a masterpiece. And I love characters in Naruto, same as you, but criticism is fair criticism. And in my personal opinion, fair criticism is very honest and sincere sometimes, but I do understand the point of view where people come off as hatred. Like, they just hate the character. They don't try to understand the character, they just fucking hate them. But there's a difference between understanding that perspective. At the same time, there's other people who hate a character, but they have reasons to. They have like, they have actual reasons why they hate your character. It's not just hatred for the sake of hatred. There's reasons why that hatred exists, right? So the thing about new generation fans, when it comes to anything that we love that's been around for like 15 to 20 years, they always come to us, to the old generation fans like myself and you are watching this. They come to us with these opinions that like are from the year where these shows first started. And we've had this conversation before, we've argued about these facts before, we've talked about these negatives before. It just feels like the exact same conversation every single goddamn year. How many times do you think Sasuke fans are tired defending the fact that there's reasons why he left the village, why he wanted to choose revenge over love and friendship, the reason why he needed to kill Naruto to awaken that power, but then last minute realized he's not going to follow Itachi's footsteps, which, yes, that's a fair criticism. He waited too late to realize that, but during that time, that's what Sasuke wanted. Sasuke fans are really tired of defending him over and over again every single year. Same with Obito. Now, to be fair, at the very beginning, Obito was very hated when the mask came off. Very, very much hated. But over time, his character has pretty much aged well to the point where people hate him, but also love him. It's no longer this hated character. It's both between love and hate. And I think it's fair to hate Obito for everything he's done, even though there's reasons and understanding the perspective why he did what he did. Try to kill his master, try to kill Naruto, pretty much killed anyone that was in his way to begin with, and Obito's hatred grew and grew. And you would think the guy lived long enough to think for himself, but he genuinely believed the Infinite Tsukuyomi plan was legit. It doesn't matter if Madara was the one who created it and Obito was going to execute it. He believed it regardless. And the amount of kills that he went through, also helping out Itachi to kill his clan. And the thing is about Obito, what made him a psychopath, he was acting in character as in Madara, for Madara, as this person who hated the Uchiha clan, but Obito the Uchiha behind the mask didn't hate the Uchiha clan. They never did anything wrong to him. They thought the guy was dead. So there's reasons why to hate these characters. And there's reasons why to stand up for these characters. But I noticed there's just more of an increase of standing up for criticism more and more and more, where it feels like no one can't just not like a character anymore. And like I said, there's a difference between hating a character at the same time hating a character with your reasons. Some people don't have reasons. But over the years, I feel like people just cannot stand the fact that people just don't like your favorite character from your point of view, and I don't think that's really fair anymore. As I've gotten older, I realize that everyone has the right to speak an opinion, have an option to speak negative and positive to a character. But I noticed the increase of defensive videos for characters at certain anime arcs and why you don't understand this character of what they did. But I'm like, maybe they do understand, and that's why they don't like the character. Maybe you are the problem because you can't accept fair criticism. So, in my personal opinion, I feel like we're not allowed to have opinions anymore. It always has to be about positiveness. We can't hate, we can't criticize, we can't judge. And I realize that's becoming unfair, because if you have every right to love a character, everyone else has every right to hate the fucking character. So over time, I feel like, yeah, things are becoming more sensitive now. People just can't accept a little bit of hatred for a character or a little bit of criticism. And I get it, you want to debate someone about your opinion of why you don't like someone like Obito or Sasuke, right? But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't matter how many times you explain why they did what they did. People do understand your favorite character's journey. They just don't agree with it. They just don't love it. They just don't like it as much as you. But you, who are sensitive, you can't understand fair judgment and fair criticism, you think everything is coming out of hate, which is not true. Just because you make an hour video defending a character does not mean it's coming from a place of hatred. Maybe it's coming from a place that you can accept that someone understands what you love, but they just don't agree with it, and you turn that disagreement into hatred, and you think everyone hates this character. Obito is a perfect example of this, because I think a lot of people over the years understand his character better now, but they still made the ultimate decision that I don't like this character at all, and I think that's really fucking fair. And everyone's like, you don't understand him, you don't understand why he did what he did. He was controlled. He loved Ren, then he lost Ren, and he went to a dark path because there was no other option. It's like, people can understand that. It's not that hard to understand. And the fact that Naruto is a 20-year-old series, and you still think they don't understand, maybe it's just the fact that you don't want to agree with their perspective on your favorite character like Obito, because Obito is no longer this hated character. He's both between hated and loved, and people who love him now are keep defending people who don't like him. But maybe it's not a place out of hatred anymore. Have you really thought about it deep in your heart? Really think, do people really still hate Obito for the sake of hating him? Or you just don't agree with their analysis and reasons why they don't like your character, and maybe that's your fault for not giving that fair opinion, because everything that we talk about now seems like it's coming out of hatred, and it's not. There's a difference between criticizing a character and hating a character, and I think people are getting both of them mixed up. Like, there are so many videos nowadays of defending and defending and defending, and that's when I'm like, you know what, maybe we're not allowed to do anything besides give goodness to characters, positiveness to characters. We can't judge, we can't go into deep dives, we can't hate a little bit on a character. We can only hate on characters that we're supposed to hate, like Donzo, but someone like Obito, we're not allowed to hate them anymore. We're not allowed to hate characters like Sasuke anymore. And it's gotten to the point where I think things needs to change a little bit. It's like, let people hate your characters, let people not love what you love. Let people hate what really means a lot to you. Sasuke is my favorite character in some elements of Naruto. I explain it very much in a couple of videos at this point, that Heavy Sasuke is my favorite version of the character, and that is it. Taka Sasuke was, in my opinion, handled very bipolarly, but that's how he's written. You're supposed to not agree with what he does. I don't hate that version of the character, I just really don't agree with it. And if I explain to you why I don't like Taka Sasuke, you may think I hate the character, but no, I just don't agree with everything that Kishimoto did with him after knowing the truth about Itachi. That's not coming from a place of hatred, that just means I don't agree with what he did with Sasuke after the truth with Itachi. But let me know what you think, because I feel like there are just more and more videos defending everything now. People aren't allowed to have another opinion. Everyone has to love everything now. People have to suck off everything now. We can't hate, we can't criticize, we can't judge. We have to love what everyone else loves because they don't like what they think is hatred. I think it's fair criticism, depending how you handle it and the deep context that you give to a situation of a character. Why you hate them, you give great context as to why you don't agree with them instead of coming from a place of hatred. But that's just my personal opinion. It's been a while. I'm D-Like, subscribe if you want, and have a good night.